Hello, friends! It's been a long time. A long time? It's been a little bit over a month since I last streamed some Hive Time. Let's crank this up a little. I've lost absolutely, completely lost track. Hey, Corbin, how you doing? Of how long? Hang on, let me ask Git. Doink. Git log. Audio, music, event. So this version of the menu came in at the menu music came in at the beginning of this month. So I don't think it was in last time I streamed. Yeah, it's probably my favourite piece that we've done so far. That Peter's done so far. I can't take credit for the awesome music that we've ended up with. It's pretty good. I'm doing okay, Corbin. I was a little bit sick at the turn of the month and have had some trouble, getting back on top of momentum and motivation and energy and stuff. But fingers crossed, I'm kind of feel like I'm starting to get on top of that stuff now. So, which is good. It's good. How's the audio volume there? Is the music too loud? You might be too loud. Let's just pull it back just a little. There we go. How's that? Yeah, how have you been? You've been. Yeah, it's great music. I love it. Absolutely love it. So before we dive in and have a bit of a play, what new things have we got in here? I've got a new sensitivity adjustment for mouse panning speed, which is nice. I think. Oh no, music. I guess the bee and the environment sounds are probably new. Yeah. Oh, and an option for hiding the HUD, which was useful for me for a couple of things. Haven't really added in a lot of settings. Haven't really had a lot of need to just yet. But yeah, there'll be a few things. The pen speed controls not really much there. But the environmental music for bees and the sort of ambient sound around the hive, they're both new and kind of cool. The other thing that we've got going on in the menu here is obviously these bee silhouettes that just kind of zip around and do their own thing. I also have put thumbnails in for save games. If there's no thumbnail, it'll put a little question mark. But also tells you how long you've been playing for, 10 minutes, 8 seconds in this case, or 1 hour, 58 minutes, 5 seconds. So you can see all that stuff before you load it. It also tells you, I think, when the save was done is what that date is, and then the save name is different. So if you give it a name, then you can still work out what the date is without. You don't lose the date. By default, it names it based on the date, but now don't have to worry so much about that. In fact, I might even change the name, the default name, so that I don't know. I kind of like the idea of, like, you make a new hive, you don't know whether or not you want to keep it, but it does auto saves for you under a new name and never overwrites stuff. The asterisk just means that it's been saved with a different version of the game than what's currently running, because I haven't really had any need to save things. In fact, I might turn auto-saving back on if I remember right. No, I have turned it back on. Good. Brilliant. Alright, well let's get a new hive on the way. You didn't see it, but the bees in... do we have tutorials enabled? We didn't have tutorials enabled. Alright, here we go. Back we go. The bees in the menu, if they're anywhere on screen when you click a new game, they'll disperse, which is really nice. So let's not skip tutorials. We're not skipping anything else. Good. Let's make a new one. New hive. Whee! There's a little pause there while it's generating the world, and I think I'm gonna change a couple of things eventually, not right now because it's not important. But I'm gonna shuffle it around so that it will start generating the level the moment that the camera is zoomed in far enough that the screen is one solid color, and that way it takes as long as it takes, and it's not a problem. There's probably also some optimization I can do there that I haven't looked into. It's tricky. It's while it's doing a lot of you know, it's instantiating every node in the grid, which happens ahead of time, and I don't think I want to change that just yet. But yeah, it is what it is. I think since last time I streamed, I think I've updated all the tutorial images. So we've now got our kind of logo bee hanging around in here, and I've bolded important terms in the tutorial, which is good. So first build an exit for our bees to leave the hive via. Is that resources? Exit. Oh, we got like a build sound, which I guess is meant to sound like a drill or a saw or something. I don't really know what I was thinking when I was making it. I had tried a lot of different things, and was not really happy with any of them. But yeah, eventually settled on this. It's probably temporary, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, just check and make sure. Yeah. So next we need to build a wax assembler. The tutorial tells us what wax assemblers are all about. Let's get some of the resources as well. Doink. Oh, I missed the vignette. Boo. So we're up to build 108. Well, actually, it's not build 108. It's commit 108. So I basically only do a commit when I do a new build usually, but if I do a bunch of work with gaps between builds, because I usually only commit when I've got stuff finished enough to be playable. I don't really like putting half-finished stuff in the repo. So I just push out new builds like as soon as I do a commit. So it's sort of like maybe 10 times or something that I've done like multiple commits for one build. So I guess we're up to about 100 builds. I haven't really been keeping track. I guess I should probably care at some point. But mostly commit numbers are the most exciting things for me, because that's what I see. That's what I can roll back to. Those are the theoretical builds that I can pull up at a moment's notice. So yeah, next we need to build a nursery, which is under raw. Oh, I'll have to wait for some more resources to come in. There we go. Can we get 2 of those? Did we bring in? You did. Nice. Let's do that. So if we zoom, right, hang on. So it's a tutorial for the population screen, shows the new population screen. That's a change as well. So we can hear bees doing their things as they fly across the screen. It goes stereo left and right. I don't even know if I'm streaming in stereo or mono. If we zoom right out though, we can hear a blackbird just over here somewhere. And crickets and things, and just general outdoorsy bird sounds. So yeah, there's a third layer I want to put in the middle, which is meant to be just like the sound of the hive as you zoom out, and don't want to have like individual bees, or I don't want to have individual bees having a lot of presence when you're this far zoomed out, but I still want to hear the hive in general. So yeah, that's something that I'm gonna shake up at some point. Yeah, so we need some bee sitters. Let's get some bee sitters going. Let's pump that up to like 60% for now, and have a look around. Yeah, so we got a few obstacles down at the south here. What else we got? A couple of big ones up here. This probably looks like the most open space. Hello. Go away, Steam. Stop eating my mouse clicks. Yeah. Yeah, I guess we'll expand out this way. Henry picked up a grub the other day, only to find it was 3 drunk stink bugs in a trench coat. Yeah, sort of have not done a lot. Oh, I guess I've done like building info backgrounds for the wax assembler here. I think I had the new wax assembler in place when I streamed last time, although maybe not. Maybe not. Let's ask it again. Assets. No. Oh. Git log assets. No, not assets. Sprites. I've got too many projects with different folder structures going on. Sprites. We stick these in event. Wax. Production background. So that came in on the 5th of September, and models, wax, no, production, what do I even call this? Hex, production, wax is the one. So the new one was added August the 9th. So I guess that was in before I streamed last. So yeah, I've since painted a new thing based on that. And same goes for honey and jelly refineries. So we want to get a workshop in here now. I've also changed the icon for down here. When you hover over a build item, it shows you how much space it's going to take up. So these both take up 1 cell, and it's the middle cell that you've clicked on. If we go down to the wax assembler here, it takes up 3 vertical cells, and the 2 above, 1 above and 1 below are not buildable, so they're marked as red. But I still keep the what am I saying? Still keep the empty ones there, so that you can get a better sense of that being a thing that it's more of a big deal with the honey refinery, which is not symmetrical and takes up 3 pointing that way. It's less obvious where you need to click, so I've tried to make that a little bit more a bit easier to keep track of. So let's get some builders happening. Yeah, it's probably fine. Let's get some more exits happening. I've changed the behavior of the resources as well. When we're at capacity, if you receive resources that you have nowhere to store, the capacity will flash red. If you get to 0 on these, it'll stop at red. Have we got anything that we can't afford to build right now? Yeah, we don't. Kyle insists on listening to B33 FM during their shifts, and everybody secretly looks forward to it. I haven't really written any new vignettes for a while, which is kind of disappointing, but is what it is. I've also made it so that there's a new construction or shh, I'm trying to talk tutorial. Oh, this is the last page of the tutorial, so updated the screenshot here to reflect all the new models and stuff as well. So there's a new resource, I guess, which is time, and that's used to represent cooldowns and stuff. So I've made it now so that you can't spawn a queen within the first half of a queen's lifespan, which means that you know, you've got a set amount of time that you need to wait. It means that you can't have like 50 queens pushed out there at once. and yeah, so now that's a thing, and I haven't implemented it yet, but I'm gonna do it for research, I think, as well. So if I want to add any kind of cooldowns on research items that you can do multiple times, then that's definitely an option as well. Oh, listen to all our bees. Yeah, I'm probably not going to read the vignettes. My as I said, I've been a bit sick earlier in the month, and my throat is still not quite up to it. Look at all our cool bees. Let's get some more research going on here. We probably want map rooms real soon, and for that we need nectar storage. Do we already have nectar storage? I think we already have nectar storage. Let's do nectar storage. We do. Let's do a couple of those. Let's get some cells out. Alright, yeah, so that's less of an opportunity to illustrate what I wanted to illustrate, but oh well. And I guess in the meantime, let's research pollen storage. We already have pollen storage. I just like completely forget what the default things I give you are. Thank you. That's just me making cool sounds in my mouth there. Yeah, so the nectar number up here flashes red when you can't afford it, so there's another little queue if you need it. Let's get some more nurseries going on. Yeah, another thing that's come in, I'm pretty sure since I last streamed, is like the cell list. So now if you need to like look at how many buildings of each type you have, how many that you have that are or aren't upgraded. So if we look here, we've only got no unupgraded workshops. We've only got one upgraded one, and none under construction. You know, that kind of stuff. It's not super helpful. Certainly not right now, but you know, it's a nice thing to be able to see at a glance, which is nice. Yeah. We've been back and forth on a couple of music things. We do have a few new bits of music which I'll give a little bit more attention to as we continue on. But let's get some more sounds going. Yeah, we do have some new music kicking around, which is really cool. And I was gonna say something about that, but yeah, some new music. Most of it's event stuff, which we'll pick up in time. Rainy season's great. It means that I harvest 2 times as much pollen, but half as much nectar. There are a few things I want to do regarding like terminology and stuff. And one of those is to make sure that anytime I use the word nectar, I'm putting the nectar icon next to it. So if I go info here, it says 3 wax currently requires 1 pollen and 1 nectar to create, which is great. But there are other places where I mention the words nectar, particularly in events, where I need to put some effort into. Let's get some more nurseries going on. That I definitely need to stick the icon there, because I've seen players are getting into their mind that this is nectar or something, like getting the names mixed up. Whereas if I stick the icon everywhere, then it's the icons that you will pay attention to more than the words. And yeah, so I want to end up relying less on words for that stuff. So how are we going? We're still researching that. Well, it's an upgraded workshop. Probably need to need to have a bit more of a think about something. So if I have a normal workshop, let's get some map rooms up in a second. I'll sort of Tell me how far away the research is. Yeah, there it is. What? This builder's just all died. Good times. Let's get some more bathrooms up and happening. Let's get some more cells happening here. Ah, poo. There's an obstacle there. That's irritating. Yeah, let's get another one. I used all my wax. I was not a smart man. Yeah, let's get some forages happening. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Doop doop doo doop doo. Dooba dooba doo doo doo. And so yeah, we got these quiet parts between the music where the B sounds have more of a chance to come to the fore, and you know, you're focusing on what's going on. At the moment there's a oh, hello, go away. What was I saying? At the moment there's something, words come out of my mouth and they have meaning sometimes, but often they don't. That's disappointing. What do I want here? I wanted, yeah, another couple of workshops. We got a couple of map rooms up here, which is great. What I really want to do is get enough cells to start looking at doing upgraded storage when we can. Yeah, so these guys have got this vignette, this background, but I don't have one for the upgraded workshop, so I'll need to fix that up. Need to fix that up. Get that sorted. I'll probably just duplicate the other one for now. There's not really a lot of value to upgraded workshops right now. Let's gotta wait for our little bees to finish making wax. There we go. Got a bunch of wax made. Let's make some of them. What is the next thing that we care about research-wise? Probably want defense. We're gonna need pollen for that, so this can be our pollen storage place as soon as we get that wax. Come on, kids, make some wax. Look at them go. Another thing I need to put effort into making sure I'm communicating properly is you're gonna leave a hole there. Is that production isn't free. So I see people who go, oh, I don't have enough wax, I'll just build another wax assembler. And that doesn't, at the moment, doesn't generate you more wax for less resource cost. If the reason that you can't build, the reason that you're not producing wax is because you, what am I saying? We need more nurseries as well. Let's get some more nurseries down in here. If the reason that you're not producing enough wax is because you're out of the resources that you need to create wax, then building more wax assemblers is just going to make you bottom out faster. If it costs one of each to make 5, and you can get 9 bees working here at once, so they're pretty. That one wax assembler will support a pretty medium-sized hive. It's whether or not you want the throughput. If you've got a lot of resources coming in, you want to be able to use those fast, then that's great. But at the moment, there's no value from having multiple production facilities unless your existing production facilities are already producing, as much as they possibly can. So I need to make sure the players aren't feeling like the response to having less production is let's get wax storage going on next. Is to go out and Still making more wax. Wow, that was fast. Good work, builder friends. Thank you for your efforts. I guess while you're doing that, do you want to also... no, it's fine. Yeah, so let's get some more cells going on here. The next thing we wanted to research was this, which we're going to need wax storage for. We can do wax storage here. Yeah, just gotta get more coming in. But yeah, it's different to like say StarCraft, for example, where you can build your Vespene gas refineries. You know, as long as you build them on a thing, the more you have, the more input you get. It's more like the crystals, where building 2 bases around one. What do they call it? Is it minerals? Require more minerals? I don't know. But yeah. Oh, hello. It's our cool snail friends. Sure, have whatever honey we've got. That was... In fact, don't have whatever honey we've got. That was not a smart move. This could be fun. Alright fellas, build this real quick fast. Because we gotta get honey production up and happening. Start on honey production, and for that we're going to need more builders, so let's crank our builders up a bit and everything else down a little bit. While we're on that, we're going to need storage, so let's get some nectar storage up and happening up here. Build storage nectar. What do we need? 50? Oh. I think that'll get us to where we need to be. We're gonna need somewhere to stick our things. The event that we had is the start of a short chain where at the end you get increased honey production. So now I want to make sure that I'm producing as much honey as I can. Let's get some more workshops going, I think, just to make sure that our bees aren't dying too fast. They're dying very fast. Workshops. Yeah, upgrade these. I wonder if I broke this. Yeah, seems fine. Sweet, alright, we can have... Oh, Corbin says bless you. She says thank you, Corbin. Alright. How close to done is that research? Still zooming along. Let's get some more pollen storage. Just get a couple of them going on, just to make sure we keep the research ticking over while that's happening. Why are you flying sideways? Gosh darn it, bees. Alright, that is finished. Let's get the research on for honey storage. Oh, we gotta wait a tick for We need to get our honey production happening first. Honey refinery requires 15 wax. There we go. Honey. We got bees making honey yet? Need some more workers. We don't have any workers. Give me more workers. We need fewer builders now. And foragers. Just like everyone. We need more everyone. Well, there we go. We got enough. Got enough now. Doink. Some more nurseries in so that we can more quickly so honey storage is complete and I don't care about that right now. What do we got? We got 10 foragers and 6 workers. Let's get some more exits happening. We don't need them just yet, but that'd be nice to have. Oh, and we're gonna need somewhere to build honey. Honey, 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 honey. That's where our honey will go, I guess. What do we need to build honey? 10 wax. That's where we get some more wax storage. Oh, our bonus from those from those snails is long gone. I've been not paying enough attention. Have I gone and done it again? I've gone and done it again. Why did I go and do it again? I'm not a smart walrus here. not building my hive very sensibly. Oh, we're population capacity again. Let's get some more nurseries up and happening then. Can we build any honey yet? I've been using up all my wax and not paying attention. But hive growth is more important right now, so we'll just spend all the wax we have. I feel like construction is interrupting worker bees. You can make note of this. Construction is interrupting worker bees when they're where do I want to make note of that? This will be under AI. Workers are interrupting production in progress. Production. Oh, hang on a sec. Yeah, you're not. Actually, maybe they're not. I think they still end up producing it, but they rush off and do the building and then they drop their resources. I think. We'll find out. Storage. Let's make some honey storage. Okay. Let's make some more pollen storage, I guess. A lot of bees just died. poor little friends. Yeah, so they're all carrying honey. That's great. Yeah, so the moment that they start production, they're carrying stuff. Yeah, that's fine. That's no big deal. No. No. That's the sound it makes when you destroy something at the moment. Alright, yay, finally, and then let's get some nectar storage going on as well. Can we do some more honey storage, or yeah, that's all we can do, because we don't have enough wax. I guess we should make some wax storage too. Yes, kapow. Sweet. We got a nice little hive going on here. Oh, that's... Remember I built that big pile of cells over there and then filled it with nurseries? I really wanted to fill it with exits. So let's get some exits going on, because we probably do not have enough exits to support the map rooms that we have. While we're at it, make some more map rooms as well. Resources... No, we want storage... Honey... No! Hooray! Alright, let's get some more research going on. Wow, 50 honey. 12 jelly. Here, we want to get that jelly refinery up and happening nice and fast. There we go. Yoink. Population numbers are feeling good. So if we look at our cell list, we've got 12 empty cells, which means that we can handle 36 bees exiting the hive at any given moment. So more than what we need right now. But as we expand, we're going to be making use of those as well. So that's worthwhile. Yeah, let's get some. Oh, we haven't built any defenses yet. Maybe we should have a small think about that one. Yeah, let's get some barracks going on, and I should not be able to turn this until that's built. Oh, I do have one. We've got one, but we never like made any dudes. Yeah, that's fine. All right, more nurseries. Back up the truck. Hooray! Alright, now let's take a look at our defense menu and see what kind of coverage we've got. So all this new stuff out here isn't very well covered, and nothing down the bottom here has got good coverage either. So let's get a barracks in there, barracks over here, and probably a barracks down here as well. Barracks. Wow, 16! We don't need 16 dudes. That is monumentally large. 16 dudes. Yeah, look at that. Good coverage. Let's get another one up here as well. Wow, 16. It's just... Yeah, I guess... 2% is fine. our research is still continuing on. Oh, yeah, we're getting close to being able to do that. Probably want to have a good think about whereabouts that's gonna end up being. Over here, I guess. Pew pew pew! And then let's get some more nurseries going on. Look at all that building. Let's get some more cells happening. I used all my wax. I used a whole lot of wax. Yeah, let's also get a barracks in here. If we can, I don't think we can afford it. We can afford to build one. Show me where our coverage is. We'll stick one here. Wow, we already filled up all those nurseries. Oh, research finished. So, how much work do we need to do? We just need a thing. So let's get that in here, I guess. Resources, jelly refinery. Nice. Got a couple undefended nurseries up there, but whatever, I don't care. Who cares? Who cares about undefended nurseries? Yeah, so these guys have got a new thing here. And the honey refinery as well has a thing going on. What do we got here? We got way too many builders for what we're doing. So let's just turn builders down a little bit. Foragers, we want more map rooms. Let's get some of those up here. Map rooms. Map rooms. And some more exits here as well. Nice. Did we get the research for, that's research. Sweet, let's get some upgrades happening. When we've got enough resources to do any of them. Can we get storage for jelly? We can indeed do that. But also let's get one of these upgrades going on. Nectar? Or we can do just about any of them. Alright, well, let's start with nectar. Eventually I'm going to make it so that anything that doesn't have a connection to the throne will like degrade over time and then die. So when some of your hive gets destroyed, or if you delete something accidentally, you got to be thoughtful about how you handle that kind of situation. How's our coverage going? Yeah, I think we probably want some more barracks over this way, I guess. Storage, not roll. Aha! Upgraded nectar storage is here. Let's do it. So many bees. So many bees. It's only like 280. So one thing that anybody who's played will have noticed is that the game is running not super smooth at the moment. And one thing you can do is turn off shadows, come back, and now everything is a little bit brighter, but we got like 20-30 frames per second increase. Yeah, sort of not really sure how to handle that. I need to think about, you know, what I want to do with lighting. I mean, obviously it looks a lot better with shadows, but like performance-wise, I don't know. I don't know if there's a lot I can do to optimize that or increase that or make that better. Yeah, let's get more nurseries. How are we doing for exits? We got 20 exits, which are gonna do like 60 bees. Yeah, exits are fine. Let's upgrade whatever else. Wax. Bees. What else we got? We're still sort of maxing out on population, so I guess we'll keep building. Yeah. Whoop. Oops, if I don't misclick. There we go. Alright, what's next on the cell upgrade? Research path. Can get both of them, sweet. Can't do any bee upgrades yet. I haven't implemented any bee upgrades. I've written a bunch of them, but they're just not enabled on the not enabled at the moment, which is cool. So yeah, we're gonna move into like big time honey production mode or jelly production mode, and as we move into that, I'm gonna want to produce a lot more honey. I'm gonna want to make sure that I've got enough nectar and pollen storage to cope with that. To decrease the potential impact of bear attacks, I'm going to sort of decentralize a lot of my storage. And we'll see the impact of that at some point soonish, I guess. Let's get another barracks up and happening here. What do we want to put over here? Pollen, I guess. Let's take another look at defense here. That's fine, but we do need more coverage up this way. Let's upgrade that one. How's this coming along, guys? Nearly done. Let's upgrade this. Let's get a barracks in here. Upgrade that honey. I guess we'll stick some honey over here. And we're gonna need another barracks over here as well. Do 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 do. you still researching, or are you done? You're done. Alright, let's research a jelly upgrade. Yeah, I think I want to, when you're zoomed right out like this, I think I want to make those bird sounds and insect sounds a little bit more. That's interesting. Oh, need more wax. Make more wax, guys. Okay. So, yeah, a whole bunch of my population turned into normal bees. So my builders are down, my foragers are down, my bee sitters are down. But that kind of thing, when they all turn into workers, they can do most things, so I'll just leave it be until it sorts itself out. But it means the population as a whole will drop quite a bit. How our level's been doing? Wow, look at our honey skyrocketing there. Yeah, I don't think I need any of this stuff. I'm gonna take out these options here. This screen's gonna have a little bit of other functionality that's not visible yet, but yeah. What do we put up there? I guess more jelly when we're ready. There we are, hit the population cap. Yeah, so like one honey refinery is enough to keep replenishing this. I might get a second one so that we're like, you know, can achieve even greater throughput. But right now, it's enough to keep all this going. Like it's not not really missing out on anything. Alright, upgraded storage. We're getting low on honey, I guess. Yeah, so another honey refinery will probably help us stay on top of that. So yeah, we'll get another one happening. We'll stick it somewhere else, so that we're not like fully dependent on on this one area of the hive, in case something bad happens. So honey refinery there, and we might even stick another jelly refinery up here or something as well, like here even. Actually, while we're still building storage, we'll forego that. Yeah. There's a bottom amount of honey there. Got a little bit. Doink. Doink. Oh, we're short on wax. So at the moment they prioritize which resource they're gonna focus on building by what percentage or what capacity. On proportionally which resource is furthest from its capacity. So right now, you know, wax is at half. In fact, while we're doing this, we might might want to make it so that we've got at least like 40 honey reserves. So, like, reserves are another newish feature. I think I had these when I last streamed. So with this reserve here means that when we're lower than 40 honey, we will never use it for production, and that means that I can be guaranteed to have 40 honey worth of storage, or 40 honey for like constructing storage or whatever else I want to construct. You know, I'm not so limited, or not so at the whim of like clicking at the right time. You know, I got a bit more flexibility with what I can do there, so it's nice to have. And I love that the obstacles are making it harder for me to you know, plonk down these storage cells where I want them. Come on. I'm just kind of at the mercy of the shapes that I inadvertently make. Probably get some more nurseries going on as well. Let's get some more population out here. Oh, we're out of wax. I just like zoning out, not paying attention. But yeah, I love these little cricket sounds, little bird sounds. Digging them. You watch, by the time I get all these nurseries constructed, I will be at population capacity. Like, they'll be like pumping out new bees so fast that now we've researched everything, right? Yeah. So that anything that you haven't moused over previously ends up flashing, but we've seen everything, so we're good there. Right now our focus is just jelly storage. Jelly storage and wax. We can upgrade some of these once we've got some more wax. I might even oh goodness, we need, oh noes! Ninja fruit flies have been seen hanging around the hive watching defender patrols. Okay, so because I had enough defender coverage, all of my honey reserves are covered by active defense, and these guys have not been able to steal anything. Hooray! How nice. Yeah, let's get some more wax going on. Maybe that's what I was going to build up there before. I don't know. Yeah, so I was safe from those fruit flies that time. Go me. Build all wax, whatever. Okay, so now we've got a hell of a lot of wax that we can spend. Let's get some more upgraded jelly going on. Oh, we're like way good for jelly storage. All right. Oh, we're out of wax. We're way good for jelly storage. We can't make a new queen just yet. We gotta wait till that halfway point. And we don't quite have enough here, but I will build that second honey refinery in a minute, and we'll really Oh no, we got 2 honey refineries. Yeah. So how's our honey doing? Are we bottoming out on honey? Yeah, we are. We are sort of hitting that reserve point quite frequently, which is interesting. I'm gonna turn builders down because like right now, I mean they're useful a little bit, but not like super useful. Not as useful as like forages and stuff are right now, and we need some more map rooms. And I think that also means we need more exits. So let's like really build out here. Exits. Let's get some map rooms going on as well. Hello? I don't know why that said no. There are going to be upgraded map rooms and upgraded everything. You know, that's not going to be a big deal. Yeah, it's going to incentivize less less of this kind of expansion that I'm doing right now. I've hit the edge of the map here, which is fun. There we go. So yeah, we want to build some more jelly up here, just to make sure that we're not making life harder for ourselves. Let's double check how many exits we got. We got 28. It's close enough to 30, which should be 90. Yeah, we need more exits. Yeah, dudes, come on in. Come on in. Let me get some more exits going on. That's under resources. More exits. Okay. That's probably enough. Storage. Jelly. More jelly storage. Look at this go. Man. Oop. Yeah, so when you get up to 600 bees, it's kind of slowing down. I think Godot is probably gonna give us some like really bad news here. We're at 12 frames a second. Good times. But yeah, we're like more than halfway to our target there. Just let's watch our little beehive do its thing. So we're not bottoming out on either of these resources, so we could potentially be producing honey even faster. So let's do that then. Let's see how close we can get. Let's build a cluster of honey refineries and see if we can get that. You know, pushing out resources as fast as we can go. So yeah, now we're starting to drop, I think. Yeah. Not by much though, like it's still pretty slow. Slow drain. What do you got there? 100 odd forages. 172 workers. It's probably more than we need. Could probably pull these back a little. Pull forages up a little. don't know how many exits I built. Yeah, lots. Burp, burp. But yeah, we should be able to see this ebb and flow behavior and monitor this more closely. And we can see that these two are, because they used similar amounts in the production of honey and jelly, it sort of balances out. But we'll see that in response to this bottoming out, what we're getting for it is more in the way of resources. When did honey go up? Oh, I built a whole bunch of honey storage up here. Whoops. I was like, when did that go up? When did we do that? All right. Well, yeah, we're 280 seconds away from being able to build our queen. Definitely got a lot more jelly than we necessarily need. But it's all good, you know. If we do some upgrades, it'll probably push us over 1,000. Yeah, slightly less room for digits along here, but I think it's also behaves a little bit nicer when it gets too big than it was before. Yeah, I probably need to do like some LED culling or something and make it so that when you zoom this far out that there's a lot less polygons in the bees or something. Haven't really looked at how to do that just yet, but we'll see. Yeah, look at us, we're pumping out all the resources we need to pump out. Good times. We have very few events. Which is like, I need to rework. One of the things I'm going to do is rework the way that the event conditions work. So let's pick something with a yeah. So here this is the caterpillar thing. You got to have at least 32 jelly. We've met the conditions for this, but in the list of things, I think at the moment rainy season is next. I guess, and it'll try that, and if that doesn't work, then it will wait and then pick another one at random, and that's fine. Except I've got a whole bunch of like very niche conditioned ones in here. So like we've got like the tiny ineffectual wind and like the tiny deadly wind, and both of those are meant to be variations of the same event. So this one says that if you've got a minimum unprotected storage cells of honey of 1, then you get that one. But if you've got 0, if you have a maximum of 0 unprotected honey cells, so that means that like all your honey is or any honey is unprotected, the conditions for that will be met. But these are treated as 2 separate events, so you might end up meeting the conditions for this one, but it tries to run this one first and then bails because the conditions are met. So I need to sort of consolidate those together and do like one series of condition checks and then pick the appropriate variation based on that. But just for like quick and dirty getting things together, I haven't done that, so it's something I'm gonna have to get to soon. How are we doing here? 190 seconds. Yeah, I think we're doing pretty good. Yeah, we are starting to bottom out on these resources, and then we can handle that by making some more map rooms and making some more whatever resources we need to do things nicely. How are we doing? We got like a lot of the hive is undefended, including some of our jelly. Good times. But yeah, it's not a big deal. You see that like some of these are blue. Just some random blue ones every now and again pop up. There's one. and basically they mean that if like all the barracks are covered and none of them are like due to have their coverage expired, then within the amount of time it would take to get there, then the bee just goes off and has fun somewhere else randomly. So you just like get a random bit of protection as a bonus. Yeah, that seems to work well. It's kind of cool. I still have a bug with if you put a barracks near the edge of the screen, it doesn't grab all of the doesn't grab all of the things that it should be grabbing, and that's a bit of a boom. But yeah, I have to sort that out at some point. But yeah, some of the changes I'm going to make, excuse me, like particularly with cell upgrades like nurseries and whatever else, are going to drastically reduce the need for a hive this big. You know, like already being able to build these upgraded honey, like jelly storage cells means that you would need to have a lot more than what we've got here, and I may even increase that bonus just a little bit over time. Excuse me. Oh, lovely jelly storage there. So nice. Yeah, that's got to be time. Get out of here. 46 seconds. Good times. Also fixed a thing where when you move around, the UI tries to stay where it is, so that you can zoom in and still have the same things, like pointing at the right bees and all that kind of stuff. Like we sort of try and keep the HUD centered over whatever it needs to be centered over. Except, yes, no slugs here, man. So our forager and defender productivity is reduced while we hide our slug fugitives. Yeah, but this UI thing, it wasn't being like correctly pixel aligned, so just realised I'm slouching there. It's probably like this far off the camera. Oh, yay! The queen's half a age old. Oh, this is exciting. This is wonderful. What has happened? So trying to get an index on an int. Okay, so the resource equals cooldown. We knew that. Cooldown mapping's action. Well, the action is cooldown. Oh yeah. Yeah, right. So here we want hang on. Let me have a think about this. So action is 36. Invalid index 36. Wait, is that saying that player dot cooldown mappings is an int? Because that should never be an int. If that's an int, that's very bad. Yeah, cooldown mappings has become an int. Good times. Yep, there it is. Goodness me, I'm not a smart man. All right, well, let's pretend that game-breaking bug didn't happen. Oh dear. So that's been like that for a week, and nobody's reported it. That's always a good sign. Right. Okay, so what happened was, I had written some bad code and not noticed because I probably wrote it at 2 AM and was not paying as much attention. The idea is that when the cooldown for this particular thing which is the queen, the new queen action. So that's 36, which is new queen. And then it has like a cooldown property, and when that reaches 0, we say like, yeah, when it's less than 0, we set it to 0. Except we were meant to set that to 0, not the entire dictionary. And now because of that, it's not really recoverable unless maybe it is. Maybe it is. Yeah. I don't think it's gonna let me recover here. No. I need to like give it the hang on. Yeah, it's not gonna, so we basically would need to replay, and then we can load the autosave and see where we're at. So it was 1 hour 7 minutes in, apparently. Yeah, okay, we're only a few seconds behind. We'll be able to verify that this fix worked. So it comes down to 0. Yoink. This is the Queen's midlife crisis, hooray. Now we can click, and we'll make this hive, it's fine. Made a new queen, there she is, on the throne, little Galena 2, or Galena the Second. While this old queen is bumbling around. Yeah, so that was a fun bug to discover and fix, but is now being dealt with, and yeah, we're all good. Look at our cool little hive here. We'll still need to produce enough jelly to make the next queen, which is fine, but we won't be able to produce a new one until the old one is dead, pretty much. I might make it so that you can have 3 queens out at once. I don't know. I need to think about the dynamics of all that. But yeah, so if we now go back and turn shadows on, doink, we will find that it runs even slower. Look at that mess. Yeah, it's crazy. But if only a few are on screen, it's fine. So it's my 8 billion bees all casting shadows, and they look great. Like I love the look that the shadows give for the bees moving through the hive. I love the way that you can see the shadows of the obstacles on the things sometimes. You know, like we see this thing of grass is casting a shadow there, and you know, the throne's casting a shadow, and the queen's casting a shadow, and they all look great with their shadows. But yeah, it's like not the best performance with shadows enabled. But again, like some of the it's one of those things that's tricky. Like as a developer, there's usually an incentive to you know, make sure the game can never run bad. But look, honestly, if your system isn't up to the task, why would I ever put in a limit that stops you from running it? Like, I actually pulled out some version checks from Day of the Tentacle and Full Throttle when I worked on those ports, because I was like, you know, if I'm not going to support it, but if you can get this running on your Pentium 2 or whatever, then more power to you. You know, that's amazing. You know, if you can get this running on a machine with 64 mega RAM, then I don't care. If you can get it running on something that doesn't have OpenGL 3.2 support, then great, fantastic. So in the same way, like if you want to build a big enough hive to slow down your computer, then I don't care. I could up the system requirements so that you know, people who might have their computer slow down, you know, will be less likely to even play it. But who does that benefit? You know, I'm okay with the game kind of running slow. On the flip side of that, when the game runs slow, the sound can stutter. Godot seems to like lose sync with its audio server, and then get very confused and explode badly when you've got positional sounds zipping around the way that all of our little bee sounds here are. And this is tricky. So if right now there are only 50 bee sounds. If I put 609 B sounds in the scene, everything would be all stuttery. And like, I'm cool with the game visually being stuttery, running at a low frame rate, but the audio equivalent of that is like super bad. So yeah, I don't know if there's a nice way that I can fix that. I need to sit down and have a good think about what I can do to decrease some of those overheads. Like looking at the profiler, we can run the profiler and see what it shows us. Shows us here. So we can start the profiler, and we can see like what percentage of the frame time is being taken up with what. We can see that script functions are like the tiniest, tiniest section of stuff. So script functions are all of my code. They're doing all this, but something else is taking up the rest of this time, and it's mostly idle time. Oh, some more stuff with our goodbye friends. I love that. That's a great joke. They narrowly missed an encounter with an early bird. That's like one of my favorite jokes in the entire game. Good times. Yeah. So you can see here that like this is where the event came on, and there's less stuff being processed at that point in time. But we can see that like physics is not taking up much. This gap in here is pretty much physics plus script time, and the physics frame time is like just solid because I'm not doing anything with any of that. Physics 2D is always at 0 because we're not using any physics 2D stuff. The audio thread runs in a separate thread, or is meant to run in a separate thread, and so doesn't impact on the bottom line for this. As far as I can tell, like there's no way for me to see it, but as far as I can tell, this gap in here, this idle time, is the engine waiting for the graphics card to finish doing stuff before it sends it the next frame. And that's a pain in the backside. That's inscrutable to me. Like I can't see that. I can't change that in the profiler here. Like I can't dive into what's happening. I've got some monitors here that talk about like other aspects, but nothing that so I can use some of these video things to maybe try and work out what's going on. So we can see here that we've got like a lot of vertices being drawn, and if I zoom right in, it's gonna drop right down. And so that's part of what's going on. So like the number of objects and the number of vertices. Material changes is something that I can like actually focus on and try and optimize. Those can slow things down a little bit, and that's where I'm going to spend a little bit of time looking at. But I think that most of those are just the spawn effects. If we hover over some nurseries, we'll see some. Zoom in on them. Yeah, these little things here that they're coloured based on what colour the bee that's being spawned is, and so at the moment I'm like duplicating the material and then changing it. So I'll probably be able to optimize that, which will in turn reduce the number of draw calls, from what I understand. Shader changes. I don't know what shade changes. I'm like just trying to think about what shaders am I using. Is that shaders that I've written, or is that stuff that is provided opaquely by the engine? I don't know. But yeah, I mean, bottom line, draw calls are everything, I think. But I can work on implementing a level of detail thing, which will allow me to cut down the vertices that are drawn. Godot has a geometry instance thing where you can set like a maximum distance that it'll that will be used for, which is like that might be useless for might be useless for orthographic cameras. There's something else I found as well about shadows. Is like they've got optimization things so that when the camera is too far away, it doesn't do as precise a shadow calculation, but that doesn't really mean anything in an orthographic camera, because orthographic camera everything is equally, like, everything maintains the same distance. You don't have any perspective. Here's our dude. So they gave us nothing because we were full. Thanks, dudes. I need to add a bit of text in there that says you're like the resource is full when you don't receive anything. Now that I've got a bit more space with these, like these used to be a lot tinier. They were like way small, and I couldn't fit any. It was a lot of work to fit any text in there at all. But yeah. So yeah, there's a few optimization things that I wanna look towards, and I wanna look at doing. But at the moment, it is pretty hard to find that stuff in Godot. Which is really sad, because that's something that a lot of people are going to want to get information on. We just had a little hitch in the music there again, probably because whatever caused that spike. So we can see that spike here on the profile. We can just click here, and that disengages everything. Like the thing's not doing its stuff, and we can hit down and up until we hit that spike. So frame time should go up a lot. So I guess that's it, where it's at like 0.18. Yeah, so 0.18 is the highest point it gets at. Right, so we can see here that script functions are higher than they normally are. Yeah, they go from like 0.06 up to 3.5. And I can say, okay, well, what's taking up the most of that is this one here, and that is player at This is player 522, which is just up here. So a whole bunch of stuff happens in this particular function. Yeah, we can make this full screen. A whole bunch of stuff happens in this particular function. It's like I check the age of all of the bees, I cycle through all of them, I cycle through all of the current effects and like decrease those and stuff. Unfortunately, because it all happens in one function, and I'm gonna separate it all out. It's all quite messy. I can't get any more detailed information on that, but I can see that it could be that we just had a whole lot, because it's a whole lot of stuff is going on. So yeah, it's like the bee process has like jumped up heaps as well. Could be that just like a whole stack of bees died at once. I don't. No, it doesn't. That's kind of sad. I mean, like, it's a stupid amount of effort for not much, but it would be kind of fun if like ticking back and forward through the thing here, you could tick back and forward through the state of the game and like see what was going on. But yeah, my gut says that this is going to be a case of there were a whole lot of bees that died, and we needed to do all the cleanup stuff that we do with bees when they die. So we got 13 acquire target calls there, 12 acquire target calls there, 13 over there. Yeah, I don't know. So it's either like probably a confluence of like a whole bunch of things doing their thing, or maybe we hit the the next event time reached 0. I don't even know what next event time is at the moment, so let's check that out. Player. Oh, we can't. Oh, we can. Okay, sweet. No, remote. Tell me the things. So we'll look at next event time is 145. So that's like, yeah, I don't think that is a thing that I need to worry about. Like I don't think that's what it was, because that's like the default value for that is much higher. And although we've like it's been like a bunch of frames since then, I don't know. Well, hang on. We could change time to self, and that. Yeah, okay. So inclusive means that this includes all of the function calls out to other parts of the scripts and stuff. So if we just go self, we can still see that it's quite. Yeah, it's still quite a jump. So it's all processing that's happening in that function that we can, that I can, at some point look at optimizing. Yeah, I don't know. Some of it's pretty clunky. Some of it's not as fast as it needs to be. But yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like I'm gonna spend much time on that today. That was just a little introduction to, or a little overview of how I go about reading performance-related stuff in the debugger and stuff. But yeah, we fixed a little bug, we did a little playthrough, made a little hive. It was a whole bunch of fun, and I'm going to disappear and get me some dinner. So if you're interested in the game, you can follow development at I often tweet bits and pieces and toot on Mastodon. I also have a little website up for the game, which is here, and there's a development tab, and I every time I push up a new build, I provide a changelog, so you can sort of keep track of development that way. And I also pop that stuff up on the game's itch store page. The game's not currently available yet, but I have been making development builds available to my Patreon supporters. If you are excited by that sort of thing, then you're super welcome to hop on board. Otherwise, I'm like, best impression is going to be the finished game rather than development versions, but you know, it's fine. But yeah, so on that note, let's go back to the menu. Hey. Oh, we can stop profiling as well. Go away. There's the game. It's my nice little bee game. Little bees flying along. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope that's been interesting. My name is Cheese. This game's name is Hive Time. And I guess be nice to the bees around you, and we'll be back probably next month with another stream. So thanks for watching, and bye.